So we're gonna get our acceleration here with the Santa Fe. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over the all-new 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe XRT. First and foremost, though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Ken Garf Hyundai here in Southtown, Utah for giving me some time with this Santa Fe. I'm going to include a link to their inventory in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And by the way, this one is available for sale for the time being. If you have any questions whatsoever, just ask for Ryan. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 2.5 liter four-cylinder that goes from an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 22 around town and then 25 on the highway, with power outputs being 191 horsepower at 6,100 RPMs and then 181 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPMs. Now let's go to the front end of the XRT, and first off, I absolutely love the color on this XRT. So first off, you can see you've got distinctive lines here on either side of the hood, and you have this like beautiful metallic flake here in the paint. It's kind of like gold, really cool looking. And then you can see with the daytime running light, and then that goes down into the LED headlamp. And then here's a quick look at the front grille. You got the chrome Hyundai logo there, front and center. And then notice kind of like the metallic gray trim here at the bottom. And yeah, definitely looks cool. Coming around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 235/60/18 in the front and in the rear as well. And then you can see how the wheels are all blacked out. It just looks absolutely fantastic. And they have this kind of like rugged, muscular appearance. You guys can see with the harsh edges. And then here's a quick look at the front suspension. And then notice with the fender flares here, and then that continues all along the side, we do have these side steps as well. Blacked out mirrors, but then we have chrome trim around the windows, which is kind of interesting. And then also there's like some silver trim at the top of the door handles. And then you guys can see the roof rack there at the top as well. So here's our key fob for the XRT. Got the Hyundai logo there on the back. We have our lock function, our unlock, and then the opening for the hatch as well as the remote start function. So we just hold this down for a second, and then that will pop the hatch right open. And this is one of the big benefits of the Santa Fe. You guys can see you've got a built-in cargo cover, but tons of storage space here in the back, and we have our Santa Fe mat. And then lifting this up, you guys can see even more storage space underneath. And yeah, just tons of practicality. And when you're all done, you got this button right up there that you can press, and that'll lower things right back down. And then finishing things up with the rest of the rear. I really like the taillight design here on the Santa Fe. Of course, everyone's doing the light bar thing nowadays. Got the Hyundai logo. Notice XRT. Pretty cool script there. And then of course H-track there on the other side. And then you guys can see a little cover for the exhaust tip just on one side. And there's the rear. Now here's the door panel in the back. We've got really nice soft touch material here where you're gonna rest your arm, and I actually like the finish on the door handle as well. But here are the seats in the back. Notice perforated in the center portion, nice padding. And we'll quickly pop in. Legroom's great. Yeah, tons of space back here. Got some vents, got some USBs, and we have our cup holder armrest set up here. And oh, also look at the speaker. That's funky. Let's head to the front. Now here is the front door panel. Notice we have this trim piece that's added to the front that the back doesn't have. Also blind spot monitoring for the mirrors, and then the padding down below. All of our window controls here with our mirror adjustments, and then Santa Fe logo down below. And then look at the front seat here. Notice perforated in the center portion. And then you guys can see down below all of our power adjustments. Pretty normal pedal layout. Then we have our parking brake right here, and then notice with the lane departure, and then the opening for the hatch, and then stability control. Steering wheel is manually adjustable. Let's pop in. So here's our steering wheel for the Santa Fe. We've got a nice soft touch trim all around, and then notice the stitching on the center portion. Paddle shifters here on the back for the 8-speed automatic. We got stuff for like the voice command controls, volume controls as well. Little pages button right here for the center. This does have adaptive cruise control as well as steering assistance. Turn signal light stock, windshield wiper stock, and there's the steering wheel. Now here is the center gauge cluster. You guys can see analog gauges on either side, and then we can press that pages button to scroll through a couple of different menus. But the exciting thing is the drive mode. So we have a smart, comfort, sport, which notice shows up in red, and then a snow mode that we can drive in to. And then we also have little center locker there to make it so the power distribution front to rear is equal. Now here is the center infotainment screen. First off, we pop it into reverse. We do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that will turn with the steering wheel. It shows the nav screen still, which is pretty cool. And look at that little logo for the Hyundai dealership that we're at. That's pretty cool. Anyways, response off the screen, fantastic. As you can see, super easy to use as well. And so there's not really much else to say. Analog controls here for the radio and like the volume controls, and then climate controls as well. And then we have our little gear selector here. It's a bunch of buttons, which is definitely unique. Auto stop start, and then our auto hold, and then notice our drive mode select right here with the locker in the center. And again, we've got our hill descent control. That's for the camera to pop that up. Heated seats for the front. And then this trim is pretty funky. It's all over. And pretty normal center console. It's got nice padding on top. And then you can see we've got padding here on the dash. And then notice that trim. It's like in a line. It's kind of interesting. And we have a little storage pocket there. And pretty normal glove box. Last but not least, we have manual mirror dimmer. And then just a lighter colored headliner. So here's our window sticker for this XRT. You guys can see with the warranty information, 5 years, 60,000 mile new vehicle warranty, and then 10-year, 100,000 mile on the powertrain. And pretty much everything standard equipment, which is pretty cool. Base MSRP here, $35,400. There's a couple options like carpeted floor mats. Total MSRP, $37,315. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood, both of the mirrors, throughout the rest of the rear. And let's set off. Oh, setting off in the XRT. And I really like this package because it looks cool, okay? It's a cool looking package. And I think this might actually be the Santa Fe sweet spot, if we can call it that, because you've got this nice interior with nice upholstery, right, comfortable seats. But it's not the most expensive version. But I will have to decide if this is the sweet spot after reviewing the calligraphy version right after this review. But initially setting off, ride quality is good with the Santa Fe. And going over the little tiles there, yeah, really good from a ride quality perspective. Steering's light as well. Yeah, it drives really well. Sorry, I got to adjust the seat so my arm view isn't as awkward. I'm still trying to, I know that I've been doing these reviews for a while, but I'm still trying to get these GoPro views figured out for you guys so that the viewpoint's just a little bit better. And transmission's pretty quick. Pop into the sport mode. See the paddles. So press. Yep, relatively responsive. I'm going to pop it back into automatic, so hold down the plus paddle. Actually gives you a little beep saying, hey, we're in automatic now. That's funny. So we're gonna get our acceleration here with the Santa Fe. That was interesting. It like instantly upshifted at first and then, yeah, went. So, I mean, at elevation, this turbo 2.5 liter 4-cylinder does a pretty decent job of getting up and moving. Yeah, overall pretty good. The transmission's really smooth. I think that's probably the highlight this powertrain is that transmission. Just, it's not like super snappy with the shifts, but it's very like smooth with the transitions. So let's sum things up here with the XRT. First off, I think it looks great on the outside, especially with this paint color. It's beautiful. Funny enough, when I was filming the video, some people came by and they're like, wow, that looks great. And it's like, yeah, it does. Interior is really nice as well. This is very nicely appointed, especially considering the price point. Again, it says all-wheel drive. Yeah, I think that, you know, again, I'm gonna go review the calligraphy after this, and so I'll see kind of how I feel about this after being in the bad boy fully loaded luxury Santa Fe. But I feel like this pretty much has everything that you'd want in a crossover at this price point. You got the all-wheel drive, you got heated seats. The seats are comfortable as well. And so yeah, let me know what you guys think about the XRT. That's gonna sum things up for our Santa Fe review. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Ken Garf Hyundai here in South End, Utah for giving me some time with this Santa Fe. Like I said, if you have any questions whatsoever, just ask for Ryan. Link there in the description down below. I'll see ya.